Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I think it's got the right title and all that now, hasn't it, Suede? Let me know. I can't even see my stream, bro. I can't even see the stream, bro. Yeah, good now. Yeah, man. Yeah, I must have, when it went live, I must have clicked on, yeah, right time. When it went live, I must have clicked on the wrong video, innit? How do I get... Ernesto thinks the stream's just started. Yes, Ernesto, bro. Oh my God, we've had a nightmare, Ernesto. You join us on lap 15. Oh, mate, I honestly... I can't even see the stream. I can't get off the fucking... Why is it not doing it? There we go. Jesus. Right, are we on or what? No, I'm glad you told me. I'm glad you told me. It's just... anyway. No, I'm glad you told me, honestly. I can't believe that. As if I did the first 15 laps of this the race and the title was Italian Grand Prix and it had no thumbnail. Oh, that is pretty funny, isn't it? We're on the right stream now. Yeah, this is part 2. No, the title's right now. We're calm now, innit? It doesn't matter about the first 15 laps. It's calm now. We're on. Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and we're 16 laps into the 2023 Singapore Grand Prix. Sainz leads Leclerc by 1.9 seconds at the front. It's then George Russell in 3rd, Norris 4th, Hamilton 5th, Alonso P6, Ocon P7. Verstappen has gone from 11th to 8th in the first stint. Then it's the two Hasses, Magnussen and Hulkenberg, trying to pick up a few points. And then we got Gasly, Lawson, Perez, Piastri, Albon, Sargeant, Bottas, Zhou, as Tsunoda's out and Lance Stroll didn't start. Restream. You know the ting. Copyright me, I'll restream it. Yeah. That's why, right? That's exactly what happened, Suede, but by accident. Because they cut me off last time, when I've clicked go live, it's brought up the details of the previous stream I did, and I've just gone, yeah, because I was in a rush. I've just gone, yeah, live. I've not even checked it because I haven't got time to check it. I'm like messing about trying to get everything ready. So I've just gone, it's just come up, like, I've just seen like F1, yeah, live. Mate, and I'm thinking, why haven't I got 2 viewers? Because it says Italian Grand Prix, and there's, which was 2 weeks ago. And there's no thumbnail. No, but we're calm now, innit? We've sorted it out now. It's all good in the hood, mate. You live and learn. Yes, Ryan Tune, welcome in, bro. Oh, that's funny. But we're even, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, ban me, I'll just do the stream again 2 weeks later. You... Oh, mate. Imagine I just put a recording of the Italian Grand Prix on from 2 weeks ago. I'll just commentate on old races, you know what I mean? Like I'm seeing it for the first time. Like, watch along 2009 Japanese Grand Prix. Oh, mate. Right, anyway, right, let's get back in the zone. Let's run it back real quick. Yeah, let's run it back. You try and pull me off air. Man will rig it up again 2 weeks later. You can't stop him. It's like fucking. Imagine there's like someone on YouTube, like someone who doesn't know about this channel or anything, just like searching up like F1 Live or something, and they just see like all the people that do this sort of thing, like watch alongs, like Singapore Grand Prix, Singapore Grand Prix, Singapore, and then they just get to mine. It's like it's live Italian Grand Prix. They're thinking, nah, that can't be right, and they just keep on scrolling. Oh, fucking hell. It's funny, lad. It's like going live now for the World Cup final. France v Argentina. Oh, what is going to happen? Oh, mate. Anyway, lap 18. On we go. On we pedal. Gasly in P11 closing up on the two Haas cars of Hulkenberg and Magnussen ahead of him. But yeah, so let's have a bit of a rundown here. So we're lap 18 out of 62. Nobody's pitted yet, apart from I think Zhou Guan Yu might have pitted, but he's at the back. But yeah, no one's committed to pitting yet. We're about a third of the way through the race. Sainz leads Leclerc now by 2.8 seconds after Leclerc was given a team radio message to back off. So, yeah, Leclerc about 3 seconds behind Sainz. Then Russell 2.3 behind Leclerc. But everyone, the field spread's not very much. You know, Verstappen behind Ocon in P8 is only about 13, 14 seconds off the lead. Piastri being told about sprinkling of rain on the... Yeah, it does sway it. It's a bit of following the leader, but... was Piastri being told about a potential little shower? Little sprinkling of rain? Surely not. Have I heard that right? Oh, man. As if... Hey, I tell you what, yeah, Super Smash J, yeah? If you didn't say anything, I'd have done the entire stream as Italian Grand Prix, ended it and gone, oh, I didn't have many watching there, yeah. And then I'd have checked it like this evening and gone, what the fuck was I doing? I wouldn't have even known if you didn't say anything. Oh my God, I appreciate you telling me, you know, if there's ever like a glaring error like that, like you can't hear me or you can't see me or the title says it's the wrong year or something, please do tell me, like. not that I'm trying to let that ever happen again, but yeah. If the title of the stream doesn't match the race I'm watching, let me know, innit? Oh, you got to laugh, haven't you? I was able to switch it over pretty quick, though. Oh, there's a... Logan Sargeant's crashed. Logan Sargeant's hit the wall and lost his front wing. Oh, they could safety car this. Logan Sargeant's hit the wall. He's able to carry on, but he's dragging the front wing with him underneath the car, and there's debris flying off all over the place. He's trying to get back to the pits, but there's pieces of carbon fibre being flung everywhere. No, I think we're... Oh, here we go then for a replay. Logan Sargeant just understeers, locks up, just carries too much speed. And front end into the wall. He was able to reverse and carry on, but there's debris. Oh, and he needs to slow down. He's dragging his front wing with him underneath the car. He's creating debris. I'm laughing because she says you're further away through the race. Yeah, man. We did. We did 18 laps. We did 15 laps in Italy, and I will do 45 laps in Singapore. Nobody else on YouTube's doing that, mate. Safety car. Safety car on lap 20 of 62. Sargeant has made it back to the pits, but I imagine it's the debris from his front wing that has triggered the safety car. Here we go then. This is the rolling of the dice in the Singapore Grand Prix. This is make or break now strategy. The strategy people on the pit wall, this is where they earn the money. Do we pit? I imagine everyone's going to pile into the pits here. You have to pit. Here comes the jeopardy. Jeopardy, jeopardy, double jeopardy. I don't know why the GPS thing's lagging. Oh, they're all in. They're all pitting. Oh, yeah, when the names go green on the GPS, that means they're in the pits. Just so as you know. So Sainz is in, Leclerc's in, so they're double stacking at Ferrari. Russell's in. Norris is in, Hamilton in, the top 6, top 7 all in. Verstappen stays out. No. This is now become very interesting. The top 8 pitted. Verstappen stayed out and has got up to 2nd. Perez has stayed out and gone up to 4th. Oh, look, and he's telling... The safety car's telling Sargeant to unlap himself. Right, so the running order now is... The thing is, Verstappen's got a pit. Leclerc has lost a bunch of positions in that. Yeah. Right, it's not worked out for Leclerc, this. Why am I saying Leclerc? I always say Leclerc, right? What's happened to Alonso? Oh, Alonso's going to get a penalty for that. Alonso was in the pits and then out of the pits and back in. Yeah, no. Yeah, Alonso's done for, mate. Alonso's going to get a penalty. This has worked out well for Norris. Leclerc will be fuming. What the fuck? This is throwing a cat amongst the pigeons, this. Let me delete that stream from before. Oh, you gotta have a laugh, haven't you? Yeah, so the order now, with this safety car coming out, Sainz, Verstappen, Russell, Perez, Norris, Leclerc, Hamilton, Alonso, Ocon, Bottas, top 10 now. But Verstappen's yet to pit, Perez yet to pit, Bottas and P10 yet to pit. Right, let me have a look at this. Alonso's done for, penalty-wise. Are they saying Leclerc's got a penalty? Oh my god. I'm just trying to delete that that last stream. Because it's just going to be confusing on the channel, isn't it? Add to playlist. Right, there we go. It shouldn't be on the channel anymore. Let me have a look. Right, we're calm, we're calm, we're calm. Right, safety car period's ending. Lap 22 of 62 in the Singapore Grand Prix, and it's Sainz from Verstappen, Russell, Perez, Norris, Leclerc, Hamilton, Alonso, Ocon, Bottas. But critically, Verstappen and Perez yet to pit. So it's worked out well for Sainz and Russell and Norris. It's not worked out well for Leclerc. I don't know about the Red Bulls. You know, they've still got a pit, so savage. Right, here we go then. Sainz is going to control the pack. Safety car's in. Here we go then. And the Singapore Grand Prix is back underway on lap 22. Sainz leads us away then round the final corner to start lap 23. Sainz, Verstappen, Russell, Perez, Norris, Leclerc, Hamilton, Alonso, Ocon, Bottas, top 10. You'd imagine that Verstappen would be vulnerable on these old hard tyres with everyone else on fresh rubber. You'd feel like Verstappen should be under pressure from George Russell. Come on, George. Come on, George. Come on, George. Norris versus Perez. And Perez goes the inside line. And look at Leclerc on a dive bomb. And nearly loses the rear end. Leclerc nearly crashes into the back of the Mercedes. Whew. Leclerc almost smashing into the back of Hamilton there, down at turn 7. Verstappen and Russell side by side for P2 then. And Verstappen really struggling on these old hard tyres now. Come on, George, you've got to get the move done now, because if you want to fight for the win, Sainz is getting away. George has to overtake Verstappen now. Go on, George. Go on, George. Get your muscles out. Oh, for fuck. Verstappen holds on, but George is going to try round the outside. He becomes the inside. Verstappen tries to defend it, but surely George Russell with the inside line is going to get through. And Russell passes Verstappen, and look at it side by side with Hamilton and Perez. Norris has passed Perez, so it's now Sainz, Russell, Verstappen, Norris, Perez, Hamilton. Almost gets past Perez, but he surely has to do it now. Hamilton has to pass Perez into turn 1. Perez defends on the left-hand side. Hamilton's going to try round the outside. Can't get the move done yet. Sainz, Russell, Verstappen, top 3. Come on, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. Round turn 5, turn 6. Here they come then. Round the king, you've got to get the inside. Perez defends the inside. Hamilton round the outside. You've got to be careful here because you're going to tag the front wing. But Lewis goes off the circuit. He might have to give the position back. Hamilton takes P5, but... Oh, a VAR situation, mate. Get the VAR out. Oh... Come on, Norris. Norris has got to pass Verstappen now. Come on, Lando. Joe passes Bottas for 16th, so get in. Here we go then. On board with Charles Leclerc. Behind Sergio Perez for P6. Oh, and there goes Norris on Verstappen. Norris up into P3. Top 3 then, Sainz, Russell, Norris, as Verstappen fades on old, hard tyres. And now next up is going to be Hamilton versus Verstappen for 4th. Oh, and this race has just been given a new lease of life, hasn't it? This race has been given a brand new lease of life. It's because I'm on the right stream now, you see. First 15 laps, a little bit dead. We had the wrong title, wrong stream. As soon as we come on Singapore GP, the right title, the right thumbnail, popped off, mate. They were just waiting for me to be on the right stream, and then it gets exciting. But yeah, Norris has gone down the inside of Verstappen, takes the position. Oh, mate, that Leclerc nearly hit the back of that McLaren there. Jesus. Replay on board with Lewis Hamilton. Oh, beautiful. Oh, it's so close there. Hamilton going wheel to wheel with Perez. So close. Ferrari trying to be strategic. Well, it's not worked for Leclerc, but Sainz has to win this. It's not worked out well for Leclerc, but Sainz has to win. But Russell, within 7/10 of a second, George Russell, the man who I said might be favourite to win this race, is closing in on the back of Carlos Sainz's Ferrari on lap 25. I fancy George Russell to win this. I fancy George Russell to win this. Let's go. George Russell is the last man to have a win other than a Red Bull at Brazil last season, and he might be about to break the Red Bull streak again by claiming victory here in Singapore. I reckon Russell looking quick. Half a second behind Sainz for the lead on lap 26. Norris is 3.2 seconds behind Russell in third. Then Verstappen is 1.4 behind Norris, with Hamilton within half a second of Max Verstappen for fourth. Leclerc P6 after the safety car period didn't work out well for him with the double stacking from Ferrari. So Leclerc down at P6. Perez yet to stop in P7, and then we've got Alonso P8, Ocon P9, Magnussen P10 in the Haas. Then comes Gasly, Piastri, Lawson, Hulkenberg, Albon, Joe, Bottas, and Sargeant P18. So Sargeant's still in the race despite crashing. He's able to got a new front wing, and he's still in the race, Logan. So fair enough. But big ups, guys, for you being in the stream. Please do drop me a like, guys. It does help me out. We'll try and do the Japanese Grand Prix next weekend, but it is an early one. I'm just warning you now. Japanese Grand Prix next weekend, I think, starts at 6 a.m. So, you know, we might only get 2 million views for that one. Yeah, Japanese Grand Prix next weekend at 6 a.m. is going to be... And then the thing is, I got the Japanese Grand Prix at 6 a.m. and then that ends, and then I've got a 10-hour shift at work. That is going to be a long Sunday next Sunday. But look at this, and George Russell is all over the gearbox of that Ferrari. We're going to have a good scrap for the win. We're going to have a good scrap for the lead of this race. Sainz versus Russell for victory in Singapore. Norris might join that battle. Norris is 3.3 behind as we cut to Hamilton versus Verstappen. We're going down to turn 7. Hamilton's got the inside line and passes the reigning world champion. Hamilton up into P4 as Verstappen yet to stop on the old hard tyres down to P5. So Mercedes second and fourth. Ferrari first and sixth. And here comes Leclerc now onto the back of Max. I've never seen Max being overtaken left, right, and centre like this. I know it's due to strategy and he hasn't stopped yet. He's on the old tyres. But when was the last time we seen Max Verstappen getting absolutely swamped and overtaken by everyone? I don't think I've ever seen it. Well, they were never going to win it today. We knew that. Here we go. Charles has got DRS on Max. Oh, and Sainz has opened up another half a second. Yeah, so the gap between Sainz and Russell at the front is 1.2 seconds. Sainz has found some pace as here comes Leclerc on Verstappen. And Leclerc up to P5 and it puts Verstappen down at P6 with Perez P7. And look at the traffic jam behind Sergio Perez. Alonso needs to get past Perez. What is going on? Perez is holding up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. Come on, guys. Get yourselves together. Look at this. Alonso, you've got to get the move done. Look at Piastri on the back of this as well. From 7th down to about 13th is nose to tail, with Perez holding everybody up. You're flipping. There used to be a driver called, Italian driver called Jarno Trulli. And he used to do this, holding everybody up. And they used to call it the Trulli train. Oh, and there goes Alonso. Alonso cutting right across turn 2. Well, pass him then. George is saying he's clearly managing tyres. He's going very slow. Overtake him then. Whoa, Alonso's having to defend from Ocon. Yeah, Ocon's like, if you can't pass Perez, I will. Yeah, Alonso's not looking too good here. And they're all queuing up behind Alonso now. It's giving Perez a little bit of breathing room just ahead of them, but we're approaching half race distance. Lap 29 of 62 in Singapore. And big pressure on Fernando Alonso for P8. Trulli train, yeah, man. Back in the day, that was like 2006, 7, 8. You're going back about 17, 18 years. But yeah, it was the Trulli train back in the day. It's a Perez train today. Come on, Piastri. I think Piastri can get some points out of this. He's in the traffic jam behind Perez and Norris is on for a podium. Well, Norris is within a second of Russell, actually. Could Norris win this? I'd love to see Lando Norris get a victory. Imagine if Norris won the race. Hey, brilliant that. He's looking quick. Norris within a second of Russell for P2. Yeah, you see, this is it. George is complaining about... This is it. George is moaning about Sainz managing his tyres and being slow. It's a race then. Overtake him then. He can't be doing that slow. Imagine being in a race and complaining that a guy in front of you is going too slow. You're in a race. What a strange world. Oh, look at this. Look at how close the top four are. The top four are all within a second of each other. Mate, this race is alive, bro. This race is alive, bro. Sainz, Russell, Norris, Hamilton, Leclerc. Who's going to win this? Finally, a good race in 2023. Can Red Bull be crap every week, please? Because we get good races. Jesus. We have seen, oh my God, 10 races of Verstappen winning by 45 seconds. Thank God we got a race on our hands today. Look at this top four here. With Leclerc closing up on the back as well, we could have a 5-way fight for victory in Singapore. Let's go. This is a race, mate. My God, it's so refreshing to actually have some jeopardy of who's going to win it. To actually be asking the question, who is going to win this race, is so refreshing when you've watched 2 years of one bloke who's clearly going to win and there's not even any point in talking about it. Can you be crap every week, please, Max? Jesus Christ. For the good of the sport. This is what you want. Sainz, Russell, Norris, Hamilton, all nose to tail. Top four in the race at mid-race distance. It's anybody's. It's not impossible to pass. If it's impossible to pass, why do we do this? Why are they racing? It's not impossible. It's just not as easy as other circuits. Let's put it that way. Let's rephrase that, Suede. Impossible's a very strong word. Let's say difficult. Any one of these top four can win this race. Leclerc's a little bit off it. For some reason, Leclerc's 2.5 seconds behind Hamilton. So Leclerc doesn't seem like he's got quite the pace at this stage. But the top four, pick a name out of a hat. Because this is looking good. Look at this. Joe, it's been a long time since we've had a race like this where it's sort of like game on. And it's not like a given. Brilliant. 3 seconds the gap between the top four. Russell, team radio. I want to go for this win. He says, we'll go for it. Let's go. Let's go then, George. George is within a second now. Right, here we go. George on team radio. I want to go for this win. So refreshing that people have got a chance to win the race other than one man. Verstappen in no man's land in P6. Alonso is closed up to the back of Perez again, but can't get through. Perez yet to stop. You'd think it'd be easy prey for Alonso and Ocon, but Red Bull 6th and 7th at the moment. Come on, Fernando. We should be taking this. Fernando should have got this move done 10 laps ago. I tell you what, this is good for P2 in the championship for Lewis. This, well, oh, there goes Magnussen and Gasly side by side in turn 7. Gasly's got the switchback. Then they go side by side at turn 8. Whoa. Oh, and Alonso all over the back of Perez as well for P7. Come on, Fernando. Come on, Alonso. You've got to get the move done, man. Still stuck behind Perez. He's got DRS, but he's just not got the straight line speed to get the job done. Come on, Fernando. Round turn 3 they go. It's not looking great, that Aston. That Aston Martin. Oh, mate. It's just not looking that good, is it, the Aston Martin round here? It's Narnia World moment if Ferrari win here. Ferrari should win this. Sainz should win this. But I'm not going to lie, I would prefer George or Lando to win it. We've got Brits. We've got 3 Brits, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Not bad going, that, is it? 3 Brits, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. But I would... but listen, we've got to be happy, haven't we? Because Max ain't winning this. And that makes a damn change. My goodness. I thought I'd be commentating on 21 races this season and Max winning them all. Well, I know Perez got a couple of wins at the start of the year, but jeez. I thought I'd be commentating on Max winning every single race, but he'd probably win in Japan and then he'd probably be crowned champion in Qatar a couple of weeks after that. But let's enjoy this one as a bit of a change from the norm, innit? That's what this is. Singapore, this race will be remembered for just a bit of a refreshing change from the norm. Because when we turn up in Japan next week, it's back to, normal service will be resumed. But yeah, Sainz fighting Russell, fighting Norris, fighting Hamilton for the win in Singapore is something nice. You need to create Undertaker streak is ended for Red Bull this season, yeah. Oh, yeah, Undertaker. Oh, we've seen a Haas being pushed wide. Magnussen's gone wide there at turn 7. Has he got a problem with the car? Oh, everyone's overtaking Magnussen. Has he got a problem, Kevin Magnussen? Has he got a puncture or something? We need to see a replay of what's gone on, but he really seems to be struggling in the Haas. Kevin Magnussen losing places left, right and centre down to P15. He was battling, I think he was battling for P10 and P11, so I don't know what's happened to Kevin, but Alonso still stuck behind Sergio Perez on lap 36 of 62. Sainz leads Russell by 9/10 of a second. Okay, here we go. For replay of what happened to Kevin Magnussen, and so he's just lost the grip on his tyres. He's gone straight on at turn 1, gone across the runoff area, and then maybe got some marbles on the tyres and lost some grip. It's a bit of contact between Magnussen and Gasly, and Magnussen just goes straight on outbrakes himself. Yeah, it's just a bit of a nightmare of a lap for Kevin. Perez, Alonso, Ocon, nose to tail on lap 37, battling for P7. Come on, Fernando, get the job done now. He looked close with DRS. Round turn 6 to go, down to turn 7, and Alonso dives to the inside. The side-by-side, Alonso gets the move done, finally. But Perez has got the switchback, and Perez retakes the position. And here comes Ocon round the outside of Alonso. It's a three-way fight for P7. Ocon and Alonso still side-by-side as we go to turn 9. And Ocon, with the opportune moment, is pushing Alonso in nearly into the wall. And Ocon overtakes Alonso. Oh, my God, the wily old fox, but Alonso tries it round the outside, but what a fight, and Ocon takes advantage of Alonso being put out of position by Perez, and Ocon makes the most out of it. Ocon up to P7, what a fight that was, from aggressor into being overtaken. Alonso trying to make the overtake and gets done himself. And now it's going to be Ocon versus Perez. And I feel like Ocon's going to get the job done pretty quickly. But Fernando Alonso's not been able to get the job done on Perez. And now it's going to cost him dearly. Now it's going to cost him dearly. Pierre Gasly is going for points. Come on, Pierre. Alonso's fading away here, mate. That early season pace from the Aston Martin has gone down the pan. I know they got a P2 in Zandvoort, but it's not going to look good when we get to the end of the season and we see first half of the season results for Aston Martin, second half of the season results for Aston Martin. It's just going to be night and day. It's going to be night and day. As Alonso drops to P9 and has to defend now from Gasly in the Alpine. Piastri's right there as well in P11. Looking to snag a point or two in this race. Liam Lawson as well in the AlphaTauri. P12. Russell Team Radio. Yeah, so they're telling Russell that Sainz... Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know why Russell doesn't just go for it, man. As Red Bull prepare for pit stops. It could end up where Red Bull don't even score points here today. There could be a scenario where Red Bull don't even score points today. That's how bad it is. Ocon has a look at Perez into turn 1, but Red Bull should have pitted on that safety car. Maybe, but I suppose they had to try the alternate strategy just to mix it up a little bit and see what happens. Come on, Ocon. Perez defends into turn 7 and... I tell you what, Perez has done a good job of defending that position. But look at the switchback from Ocon. I think Perez has got a little bit of damage on the left. Perez has lost his left front end fence. He's lost the end plate of the end of the front wing. And Ocon takes Perez for P7. And now Alonso again tries to fight Perez. But Ocon's been set free then. Ocon has been set free to go and chase after Max Verstappen. So the big traffic jam is Perez, Alonso, Gasly, Piastri, and then just behind that is Lawson and Hülkenberg. But there goes Alonso. Then finally, Alonso's going to pass Sergio Perez, and Perez really struggling now. I wouldn't be surprised if Sergio Perez dives into the pits at the end of this lap. The Red Bull is fading as Pierre Gasly comes up on the inside now, down to turn 14. And look at that. They need to pit Sergio Perez as Gasly in the Alpine down the inside of Perez, and Perez loses 3 positions in 3 corners. And Red Bull in the mud today in Singapore, as we knew they would be. As anyone who's worth their stuff in Formula One knew, Red Bull is not the one in Singapore this year. And developer, if you're out there, 75 quid, bruv. I never doubt a man again. Yeah, Perez won it last year. He ain't winning it this year. I had a bet with Denver, didn't I? I said 75 quid that Verstappen doesn't win this. 50 quid if he's not on the podium. So I'd have lost 75 quid if Verstappen won this race. I'd have lost 50 quid if Verstappen was on the podium. But if he's outside the top 6, I'm 75 quid up, mate. I'm going to be 75 quid up, mate. Sin a bit, lad. And among all the races where Alonso's going to have a bad race, your home track. Oh, mate, yeah, no. It's not looking good, is it, man? As Verstappen pits then from P6, he's going to be at the back of the pack. GG's, get your wallet out. He owes me 125 quid, does Denver now. Oh my God. It has gotten worse, yeah. It's gotten worse, unfortunately. I was just saying before, SHT, if he wasn't in the stream, when we look back at the season as a whole and we see the Aston Martin's results in the first half of the season, Aston Martin's results in the second half of the season, it's going to be night and day. Apart from the Zandvoort, the P2 in Zandvoort, that was like a sort of a one-off, it looks like. But yeah, that early season pace has unfortunately faded away. Yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame because I was really hoping, those first 3 races, I was giving it full Fernando. I was really hoping Fernando could have fought Verstappen at the beginning of the season, but it's not really panned out that way. But still, they've improved from last season a lot. So there's a lot of positives for Aston to take out of this year when we get there. Of course, there's still 8 or 9 races to go, so it's not over yet, but I could see him losing a position or 2 in the Constructors' Championship before the end of the season, I'm not going to lie. But look how close it is for the lead now. Lap 42 of 62 then. And Russell is all over the back of Sainz with Norris all over the back of Russell as well. How far is Lewis behind this fight? Let me have a look at the GPS. Oh, the top 3 has sort of pulled away from Lewis a little bit. But look at this. Norris can smell the victory here. Look at this. 3 different cars fighting for the victory here. 3 different manufacturers fighting for the victory here in Singapore. Alonso saying the car's undrivable. He sits P7 in between both Alpines. And it is the first time, as David Croft picks up. Yeah, this is the first time I've heard Alonso say anything negative about the Aston Martin this season. Definitely. Yeah, outdeveloped, unfortunately. Oh, Ocon's out of the race. Oh, Ocon's broken down. Oh, no. It's going to be safety car. Oh, it's going to be a safety car. I think they've got to throw the safety car here. You can cover it with double wave yellows. They're going to throw a safety car here, bro. Virtual safety car. Okay, VSC. Now, what's going to happen? They've carried on the leaders. Sainz stays out. Russell stays out. Norris out. Hamilton. Oh, so Leclerc has stayed out. Oh, this could throw the race on its head here. This could throw the race on its head here. Who's going to pit? Albon's pitted. Albon's pitted in the Williams. Albon for the win. Everyone else has stayed out. Albon's in. Magnussen's in. It's virtual safety car. It's not full safety car. Albon's taking the opportunity to pit. So has Kevin Magnussen. Logan Sargeant's in the other Williams. So both Williams have rolled the dice. They're both in. But the leaders have all stayed out. I would have thought one of the leading pack would have gambled it. So only 3 people, only 3 drivers have pitted then under VSC. I would have expected half the pack to be filing into the pits. Only 3 have taken an opportunity then. Albon, Magnussen, Sargeant, Pitt. Everybody else stays out. We're under virtual safety car here in Singapore with Esteban Ocon breaking down on the pit lane exit. And it's still VSC. They're not going to throw full safety car, are they not? They're not throwing full safety car as it stands. But they're going to have to get that Alpine out of the way pretty quick, man. God. Russell's pitting under VSC. Oh my God, this race has just turned on its head on lap 45. Both Mercedes are gambling. Both Mercedes are in the pits for a brand new set of tyres, medium tyres, for the last 15, 17 laps of the race. Oh, mate. Mercedes with the gamble. They're going to be rapid. Mercedes are going to be on fresh tyres and rapid. Oh, mate. I'm telling you this right now. We could be on for a Mercedes 1-2 here if they're rapid. If they take full advantage of this situation, Mercedes might have just pulled off an absolute masterstroke. Alonso's in as well. But he's too far back to create issues. Oh, he's got a penalty at Alonso as well. Alonso's got a 5-second time penalty. It's hammer time on here, mate. Mercedes in 4th and 5th have got brand new medium tyres on the car. Alonso's got a problem in the pit stop. Oh, Fernando Alonso has absolutely been done. Oh, Fernando Alonso's been absolutely done, mate. GG's for Fernando Alonso, but Mercedes in the pound seats now. Yes, they've lost some track time. And the race continues. The race is back underway. And Mercedes have to be rapid now. They've got to be rapid. They're 14 seconds behind the top three. What a race we have got on our hands here. What a race we have got on our hands. Sainz, Norris, Leclerc, the top three stayed out. They're panicking as Russell and Hamilton hunt them down on fresh medium tyres. We've got a race on in Singapore. Let's go. Different strategies, different cars. Red Bull in the bin. Let's have a go. Mate, Mercedes are going to be rapid. But how rapid? How long's left? 46, 56, about 16 laps. About 16 laps. Russell can win this. You want to see Alonso in IndyCar or WEC? He's already done that. Been there, done that, Suede. In 2019, 2020. He's done it, mate. He's back in the big time. I could see Verstappen doing it in the future, though. I don't think Verstappen will stay in F1 till he's 40 years old. I see Verstappen when he gets to like 30, something like that, he'll go, do you know what? I want to be the king of every discipline. He'll probably go and win Le Mans a bunch of times, probably go and win IndyCar and Indy 500 and stuff like that, and become an all-rounded, like, greatest of all time kind of a situation. I can definitely see Max doing that. I don't know, Peter. I mean, I'm interested to see how this plays out, but as you can see on the GPS here, we've got a top three: Sainz, Norris, Leclerc. Then we've got a bit of a gap. Russell and Hamilton here are on fresh medium tyres. They're going to be rapid. They've got 15 laps to catch up and pass for the win. Mate. Mercedes are on for a 1-2 here. They might be 4th and 5th at the moment with 15 laps to go, but I'm telling you now, they're on for a 1-2 here. The thing is, though, the counter-argument to that is, it's one thing catching them, it's another thing to pass. It's one thing to catch the car in front, it's another thing to pass the car. So, and Alonso spun off. What the hell has gone on there? He's carried on, he's not hit anything, but Fernando Alonso's Singapore Grand Prix is just disastrous. As Verstappen on board. So Verstappen's fighting for P10. Verstappen might get a couple of points out of this. Verstappen might get a P7, P8 out of this, which is about where I sort of predicted he'd be. Verstappen will get a few points out of it, but he won't get near the podium. He'll get a few points out of this, but Zhou Guanyu's going to give him a good fight. Oh, he's going to dive down the inside there. Oh my God, that's a bold one from Verstappen, but into P10 he goes. Lap 48 of 62, and Alexander Albon in P12. Albon could get some points as well because Albon's got fresh tyres under VSC. Oh my God, George Russell can win this. George Russell can win this. He's got to pass 3 cars. He's got to rock up to the back of Leclerc and get the job done quickly. And then Lando Norris has got to be dispatched and Carlos Sainz has got to be dispatched. Easier said than done. But Mercedes, both of them should cruise through to pull off a 1-2 here. Sainz leads Norris by 2.1 seconds. And Russell's already closed up Russell's made 5 seconds on Leclerc in 3 laps. Not good, mate. Science. Yeah. Science. Oh, my God. Science has been given the hurry up because Russell and Hamilton are on the charge in P4 and 5 as we cut to Max Verstappen on the back of Nico Hülkenberg for P9. It's a late race charge for the reigning world champion. Nice switch, but look at the acceleration and the grip of the Red Bull out of the slow turn 13 and Verstappen up to P9 then with Lawson 3.6 ahead. Yeah, Verstappen can get P7 out of this. Because Gasly... Oh no, hang on. Oh, he could get 6th. Verstappen could get 6th. Potentially. Aston Martin just retire the race. That's the worst race of the season, yeah. But the race as a whole, definitely one of the best of this season, if not the best. Monza was pretty good. No, this is the best race of the season. Russell 6.5 seconds behind Leclerc. They're on the way. The Mercedes boys are on the way. Well, for me as Alonso fan, it's definitely the one I want to forget. Yeah. This is the best race of the season for me, this. Because it's someone else winning for at least that, innit, SHT? I know you're a big Alonso fan of that, but at least someone else is going to... Well, at least we're going to hear a different national anthem at the end of the race. Jesus. I mean, Max won 10 in a row. He had a good run, didn't he? Jesus, give someone else a go. He'll win again in Japan, but... 12 laps to go. Gap between Leclerc and Russell, 5.5 seconds. Sainz is... Sainz is 1.8 ahead of Norris. Yeah, this is it. This is it. It's all about when Russell turns up on the scene and Hamilton turns up on the scene, how quickly can they dispatch Leclerc in the Ferrari? That's exactly what it's all about. If they turn up to the gearbox of the Ferrari, get the job done within a lap or two, it's game on for the win. If Leclerc can hold him up, he might be able to give his teammate the victory. Yeah, silver black arrows are closing in, exactly. Lawson could get points, I hope he does. Lawson P8, yeah, he'd probably finish P9. Yeah, Lawson could get a couple of points out of this. I hadn't really clocked that until now. Piastri as well, coming from P17 on the grid, P7 at the moment. A great race from him. But Verstappen all over the back of Liam Lawson now for P8. So it's a late charge for Verstappen in the Red Bull. And Lawson tries to defend it on the inside, but Max is going to get the switch back, and he's going to have the grip, and he's going to get the inside line. Go on, Liam, defend it. Oh, he squeezes Max, but Max has got the inside line. He's going to get the position into turn 14. Verstappen takes P8 then with 11 laps to go. Underrated driver of the race, Gasly. Yeah, P6 for Pierre Gasly. I'd probably say Piastri, though, because Piastri's come from... Where did Gasly start? About 12. Piastri from 17th to 7th is pretty good. Although Max is on a bit of a run at the minute. So... Russell 3 seconds behind Leclerc now. don't know. It's going to be close, this. I think Sainz can pull this off. Sainz might be able to pull this off. It all depends on Leclerc. If Leclerc can hold off Russell for a handful of laps, yeah, it all depends on Leclerc. This, if Russell is held up by Leclerc for 3 or 4 laps, Sainz has won this. But if Russell turns up and passes Leclerc immediately, Russell win. It's all about this next battle here. This is what the Singapore Grand Prix boils down to, is Russell versus Leclerc for third here. This is what it all boils down to right now. As Russell is 2.8 seconds behind the Ferrari. And this will decide victory. If he rocks up to Leclerc and passes him, he'll have 8 or 9 laps to pass the other two. You'd fancy him to do it. But if Leclerc can hold him up, Zhou and Albon are battling Hulkenberg for 10th. Oh yeah, Albon's only half a second behind Hulkenberg for P10. How far's Verstappen behind Piastri? 3 seconds. Oh, here we go then. Here we go. Here we go. Right, Russell is within DRS range of Charles Leclerc now on lap 53 of 62. This is a big one. If Albon get P10 here, oh yeah, it will be a big dub for Williams. He's right behind Hulkenberg as well. Yeah, George has to get past the Ferrari. Ooh. The longer Leclerc keeps Russell behind, the better chance Sainz has of winning this race in the other Ferrari. The thing is, Lewis is got a yellow flag sector 3. Green. As Bottas, something happened to Valtteri Bottas. As Bottas out of the race. I think Valtteri Bottas is out of the race in the Alfa Romeo. As we see George Russell up at the back now with Charles Leclerc. He has to get the job done now. There's only 8.5 laps to go in the Grand Prix. Russell goes to the outside. Leclerc defends on the inside. Leclerc keeps the position for now. But Russell's got the grip and the switch back. And Russell takes third off Charles Leclerc. It's game on for the win in Singapore. It's game on. It's game on. George can win this. And now it's Hamilton versus Leclerc. You can be careful. Don't do it in the last corner. Get DRS. He's got a bit of oversteer there. It's not a great run. And Leclerc's got DRS. So Lewis is going to have to wait till turn 7 now. Okay. Okay, so what's the gap between Russell and Norris now? My God, Hamilton all over the back of Leclerc now. Hamilton has to get the move done. Leclerc looking in his mirrors and Hamilton dives to the outside. The side-by-side then wheel-to-wheel into turn 7 and Lewis goes round the outside of the Ferrari. Mercedes into 3rd and 4th with 8 laps to go. It's on. The Mercedes 1-2 is on here. Oh, it's a nice move from George as well. Nice switch back. Got the power down. Beautiful. Oh, look at this. Verstappen all over the back of Piastri for 7th. Oh, come on, Oscar, please defend it. Max has had a good final stint, you know, on the new tyres. He's come from like 13th, and, you know, Verstappen probably finished this race in P7. Oh, he's having a look down the inside, brakes nice and late, and Piastri leaves the door open, and Verstappen says, thank you very much. Verstappen up to 7th. Here we go, cut to Sainz versus Norris. Lewis is saying that he can't do it. Lewis is saying the gap is too big. What's the gap to Norris? 4.7 seconds between Russell and Norris for P2. But then the thing is, Norris is all over the thing is, Norris, right, if you're Lando Norris now, you're seeing the Mercedes boys coming up behind. You've got to pass Sainz to save yourself, to win the race. Norris has to go for Sainz now. If you're Lando Norris, you have to go balls to the wall to overtake Sainz and hope that Sainz holds off the Mercedes. Oh my God. Norris has got a sniff of the win here, but he has to pass Sainz for the lead now. Come on, Lando. Come on, Norris. Exactly, JJ. If Norris can win this, it's mega. There's a chance. But he has to pass Sainz, or else he's just the next one that's going to be eaten up by Russell and Hamilton. Norris has got to pass Sainz and then hope Sainz makes it difficult for Mercedes and they run out of laps. There's a chance here for Norris. Come on, Lando. You've got to get the lead now to stand a chance when the Mercedes boys arrive. This has been a proper race, this though. Thank God for that, man. Out of the what is this, like round 15, 16? Out of the 15, 16 races we've had this season, about 13 of them have been crap. You know, I'm the first to admit, like, I love this sport, but 13 out of 15 races this season have been absolutely crap. This has been a belter. She's a belter. She's a belter. It's been a belter, mate. I love this sport, but I'm not delusional. I know when it's bad. I know when it's bad. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like, what an incredible season. It's been dead. But this race has been brilliant. Yeah, Norris has never won a race. He should have won the Russian Grand Prix about 3-4 years ago, but he messed it up. Yeah, Norris has never won a race. So it would be Norris's first win, but I'm not sure about this. But it's so close. But that's what you want. You want it to be hard to predict. It's so close, this. Here come Mercedes now. 1.7 behind Norris now is George Russell. As we cut to Max Verstappen on the back of Pierre Gasly. Verstappen's going to end up 6th. I think that makes my bet pretty much neutral with Denver, actually. Verstappen's had a good final stint and rescued Denver about 75 quid here. It's about neutral, I think, P6 on the betting front. Oh. Right. Gap between Norris and Russell is a second now with 5.5 laps to go. Oh my God. Here comes Verstappen then. Trying to go round the outside of the Alpine. Is Gasly going to give him the space? Of course he is. And Verstappen takes P6 off Pierre Gasly, and that'll be as good as he gets today in the Grand Prix. P6, to be fair to Max, is a very good job in a car that's clearly not suited to the circuit. So fair play. Verstappen's got the most out of it. You know, Perez is down in P11. Albon's ahead of him, you know. Max has done the best he can with the equipment he's had at his disposal today in Singapore, so you can't knock him for that. He was never winning the race. He was never getting near the podium, but he's done the best he can do with the equipment he's had today, and you can't deny that. Verstappen, P6 in Singapore. Oh, look at this now. The top four are nose to tail now here. Oh my goodness me. This is an incredible finish to the race here. We've got 4 laps to go, and any one of that top 4 can win the race here. Russell and Hamilton have arrived on the scene for the victory with 4 laps to go. Oh my God, this could be the most dramatic. Mate, this is a brilliant end to the race, this. Ernesto. I tell you what, Ernesto, this is a bloody good one, mate. This is a bloody good Singapore Grand Prix, this. This might be the best Singapore Grand Prix there's ever been in 15 years of this race being run. I think this might be the best one there's ever been. I think this might, but I think it's definitely the best Singapore Grand Prix they've had ever. This is a 4-way fight for the win with 3 laps to go. Oh, look at how close it is. Norris has to go for it. Norris has to go. Oh, is Albon out? Oh, no. Where's Albon on the GPS? What's happened to Alex? A brief yellow flag, but no safety car. Green flag, 3 laps to go. Let's fight for this win in Singapore. Oh, my goodness me. 3 Brits in the top 4 as well. Oh, Sainz is saying the tyres are finished. Without a doubt, Matty. Look at this. We don't know who's going to win this. I think if oh, Jesus Christ, if Russell can pass Norris, Russell's got to get past Norris now. They're going side by side. Oh, Norris hangs on, but Russell's got the switchback. Russell could be taking P2 here. The side by side, the 2 Brits, 5 at P2 in Singapore. Norris holds on. Norris defends it. Oh, what a race. This is giving Sainz breathing space. The 3 of them. Hamilton fancies a look at Russell. Oh my God, this could give Sainz the victory. What a race, mate. This is what I've waited for all year. This is what happens when Red Bull have an off day, right? This, normally, it'd be a fight for 3rd and we'd be like, meh, it's pretty good. But now, with Red Bull having an off day, this is the fight for the victory. This is what Formula 1 should be. Never mind a team dominating out the front, winning by 40 seconds every week. When they have an off day, look how good this season shoulda, woulda, coulda been, man. Because usually this would be a fight for fucking 5th. But now Verstappen's in the bin. It's a fight for the win, and it's epic. Norris is holding on, mate. Norris is holding on, bro. Oh, excuse me. Norris is holding on for dear life here. What a bloody finish to the race. How many laps? 2. 2 laps to go, Ben. Lap 60 of 62. It's Sainz leads Norris, leads Russell, leads Hamilton, the top 4, nose to tail in the Singapore Grand Prix. I tell you what, the thing is, Russell's turned up to the back of Norris and not got the job done. Norris has defended this fantastically, and they're all in a DRS train behind Sainz. And Mercedes might be done for. I don't think they can get the job done. I think Sainz is going to win this. And Norris has done Sainz a solid. Norris has done Sainz an absolute solid here. Norris defending against Mercedes is giving Sainz the victory here. I imagine if Norris does a full dive bomb on the last lap and gets victory. Oh, lad. I tell you now, yeah, I thought that Mercedes would get a 1-2 out of this, but Norris has defended like a beast. Norris making it as wide as a bus, mate. A lap and a half to go. Oh my God, if Lando wins it, Lando can win this. Oh, George has a look but can't get through. What does Lewis do? Lewis has got to get on with it. Lewis isn't even going to be on the podium. Oh, I don't know. I think Sainz has got this done, mate. Sainz has got this done. I don't know. I think Russell can take second off Norris. Oh, my God. I think Russell's got to go for it now, man. Oh, Norris is holding on. Sainz has got this done, mate. Sainz is going to win the race. Sainz is going to win the race. It's a battle for second. It's a battle for second now. Sainz is going to win the Grand Prix. It's going to be Norris versus Russell for second. Norris has done Sainz a solid here, mate. Norris has driven like an absolute champion. Norris has driven like a champion. But what a race we have had. Look at the top four here for the win. On the final lap, I think oh, Russell's gone off! Russell's hit the wall! Russell's hit the wall on the final lap! You are joking! Absolutely joking! And that gives Hamilton the podium. George Russell locked up, got into the wall! Can you believe it? Russell in the wall on the final lap! Mate! Russell in the wall on the finale. No way. Formula One bringing the drama in Singapore, but it's Carlos Sainz who's going to hold on and comes round the final corner. The streak is over. Red Bull domination is over. Sainz wins the 2023 Singapore Grand Prix from Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton on the podium. What a race! Russell sticks in the wall right at the end, and Verstappen's going to end up P5. Oh my God, it's a race to the line. Leclerc finishes fourth, Verstappen fifth in the end after a great final stint. Gasly sixth, Piastri seventh, Perez eighth, Lawson 2 points in P9, and Kevin Magnussen final point in P10. What a race! Sainz wins in Singapore. He should have won in Italy 2 weeks ago. Makes up for it today with a dub in Singapore. Mega race. Mega race. Race of the season. Best Singapore Grand Prix they've ever had in 15 years of it, hosting a Grand Prix. Best Singapore Grand Prix and best race of the season so far. Sainz, Norris, Hamilton is your podium. Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes. Top three. Russell feels like a douche. Oh, what a race that was. That was great. That was a great one, man. We've had we've had so many dead races. Thank God for this. Norris P2. Lando buzzing with the P2 as well. Yeah. I honestly thought Martin Brundle saying he would have put a large amount of money on George Russell winning that race. I honestly thought with 10 laps to go, I thought it's Russell's to lose, and Russell has ended up in the barriers. What a race for once, Dan, innit? Honestly, race of the season and best Singapore Grand Prix as well that they've ever had. And Russell is in the wall on the final lap. Oh my God. Yes, Sainz, what a drive, man. Fully deserved victory from Sainz. And the Verstappen run is over. Thank God for that. 10 in a row it was for Max. But it just wasn't their day today. We knew that. We knew coming in that... but to be fair to Max, he's got the absolute maximum out of it. A P5 finish is pretty damn good given the circumstances. He had a great final stint. Verstappen wasn't going to win, created a cult for him if he did, yeah. Verstappen hater. I'm a domination hater. I am a full domination hater. If somebody wins 10 races in a row, I am not cheering them on for an 11th. No matter who it is, bro. I am a fan of races like today, where we did not know who was going to win until the exit of the final corner on the final lap. I loved... I was cheering on Max in 2021 because guess why? Because it was close. So I loved the Verstappen versus Hamilton in 2021. I was cheering on Verstappen because the competition, but certainly not this year. Jesus, like, give me a break. Nah, man, he's. But to be fair to him, yeah, he has got the absolute maximum out of it today, finishing P5. So big ups. But thank God we've had a different winner. And a lot of respect there between Sainz and Norris. Good race between them two. Yeah, I can't believe Russell put it in the wall right at the end as well. That was madness. I want to see a replay of exactly what Russell did there. I want to see a replay of exactly what happened to George there. Did he just outbrake himself? Was there a problem with the car? I don't even know. But what an absolute cracker of a race. I've always been about a couple of cars dominant since the 80s and most races not like this one. Exactly. But I watch it every week hoping for a race like this one, Mars. That's what I live for. A race like this. And I'm prepared to watch a season of dead races knowing that what could be round the corner is a race like this. But yeah, obviously, like 9 out of 10 races are dead, innit? But yeah, what an absolute banger, mate. But I tell you what, yeah, Norris has done Sainz a solid there because Norris defending against Russell. with 10 laps to go, I'd have put money on a Mercedes 1-2 there. I'd have thought they'd just cruise up behind. They cruised up behind Leclerc and got that done quick. But when they got to Lando Norris, man's built different. And he's... Well, what a drive from Sainz. Yeah, shows a Russell replay. I do want to see that. They'll probably show a Russell replay in half an hour when they're talking about it. But yeah, that's about it. I'm going to get going now. I'm not going to stay for the podium and all that. But I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Please do drop me a like if you have. I'll be back for a sleepy Japanese Grand Prix at 6 o'clock in the morning next Sunday. Yeah, I'll be live. However many people are live with me, I might be on my own for Japan. But if I'm on my own, I'm on my own. It is what it is. You've got to be a hardcore fan to get up at R5 in the morning. But a hardcore fan is what I am. It is in my blood. So I'll be awake. So if you fancy getting up at R5 in the morning... I'll be live for the Japanese Grand Prix next weekend. But yeah, thanks so much, guys. I know we had a bit of a shambles at the beginning of the stream with the wrong title and all that, so I apologise for having to switch over streams 15 laps in. Yeah, cheers, guys. A great race in Singapore. Carlos Sainz ends the Red Bull and Max Verstappen's run. Sainz wins in Singapore. Lando Norris with a great drive, P2. Hamilton ended up third after Russell put it in the wall on the final lap. Leclerc fourth. Verstappen did the best he could with the machinery he was given today in P5. Pierre Gasly finished sixth. Piastri from 17th to 7th in the other McLaren. Perez gets a few points down in P8. Liam Lawson, arguably driver of the day, in P9 for the AlphaTauri. Kevin Magnussen, P10. I'll give driver of the day to Sainz. It's got to be, he's won it. Or maybe Norris. I give driver of the day to Sainz, and I give the race an 8.5 out of 10. I will see you for the Japanese Grand Prix next weekend in a bit, guys.